Welcome. Lay down. Close your eyes. Tonight, we travel back into the misty valleys, the storm-washed coasts, and the ancient mountains of northwestern Europe, into a world long before Rome, long before written history. A world shaped by a mysterious people, the Ligurians, an ancient tribe whose origins vanish into myth, a civilization older than the Etruscans, older than the Gauls, older even than the rising shadow of the first Italic tribes. Let your mind drift and fall asleep to the entire history of the Ligurians. Imagine Europe during the late Stone Age, mountains covered in dark forests, rivers carving deep paths toward the Mediterranean Sea. Here lived early hunter-gatherer groups who would later form the foundation of what historians believe became the Proto-Ligurians. No written language, no cities, just small clans living among the Alps and coastlines. Their identity slowly forming. Their tools? Rough stone axes, bone needles, flint blades. This is the deep prehistory of the Ligurians. Even today, no one knows exactly where the Ligurians came from. Some say they were descendants of the old Europeans of the Neolithic era. Others think they came from Iberia or were related to early Celtic tribes. What we do know is that by 2000 BC, the Ligurians were already a distinct culture spread across southern France, northwestern Italy, the Alps, coastal Mediterranean zones. Their language is lost, but their legacy survived in mysterious place names like Genu, Albium, and Durtan. Their world began to change. Bronze tools appeared, trade routes expanded. Seafarers from Greece and the eastern Mediterranean emerged on the horizon. Ligurians became known as mountain fighters, skilled miners, powerful sailors, tough shepherd warriors. Greek writers described the Ligurians as hard people who lived difficult lives in rugged terrain. This toughness made them feared neighbors. As trade expanded, Greek merchants arrived at the Ligurian shores. They brought wine, ceramics, bronze jewelry, and stories of distant empires. In return, the Ligurians traded amber from the north, metal, ores, animal skins, mountain herbs, and slaves from enemy tribes. The Ligurians might not have built large cities, but they controlled key mountain passes, and therefore controlled trade. Around 800 to 600 BCE, huge waves of Celtic tribes began entering the region. The Celts were numerous, powerful, and expansionist. They clashed with the Ligurians many times. Some Ligurian tribes were pushed south. Others merged with Celtic groups. A hybrid culture formed in some regions called Celto-Ligurian tribes, strong and proud. Villages burned, territories shifted, old traditions blended with new ones. Yet the Ligurians survived. Then came a new rising power, Rome. At first, Romans and Ligurians traded peacefully. But as Rome expanded north, they saw the Ligurians as obstacles between Italy and Gaul. So began a century of brutal warfare. Ligurians were fierce guerrilla fighters. They knew the mountains better than any invading army. For decades they resisted Roman rule. Yet, one by one, their tribes fell. Rome deported thousands, destroyed mountain villages, and finally absorbed the Ligurians into the Roman. By the 2nd century BCE, the Ligurians were Roman citizens, Roman soldiers, Roman farmers, Roman traders. Their language faded. Their culture merged with Roman customs. But their toughness made them excellent auxiliaries in the Roman army. Over time, their identity dissolved. But their bloodline continued to the people of Liguria, Genoa, Provence, and the Western Alps. 8. Legacy in the final fade, 36:00, 40:00. And now, thousands of years later, the Ligurians are quiet echoes in European history. Their villages lie under modern cities. Their language exists only through a few names. Their identity vanished into Rome. But their spirit, mountain-hard, sea-brave, and ancient, still lingers in the rugged coastlines of Italy and France. And now, as you drift into sleep, you have traveled through their entire history, from prehistory to Rome, from obscurity to disappearance. Sleep well, and let the ancient world fade gently into dreams. Sweet dreams. Good night.